Okay, kids, welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to show you how to create a QR code in Fusion, and then we're going to 3D print it. This is just going to be a quick overview. First, we have to go to a website, any website. I just picked this one, and it'll walk you through. You'll put in your URL code, and we want to, once we're done here, I'm not going to do it. It's going to download it. We want it to be an SVG format. Okay. And once you do that, you're going to go into, we'll be in Fusion. We're going to insert, here it is right here, SVG. That's my file. We're going to insert it. We're going to select where we want it. And here it is, as you can see, and we're just going to finish the sketch. Okay. So, and what happens is it takes a while to process it because every one of these squares, look, they are individuals. So now this is the only way I know how to do it. What we have to do is we have to select each one of these individually, and you have to understand what the code looks like before you select them, because you don't want to select the wrong box. So you have to, and I'm not going to do this. This took me forever. This took me hours to do, and I'm going to show you why. So let's just do these few, select these, and again, this is the only one I knew how to do it. And then once I did that, I went up here to press pull. Let's get out of here. Let's do this. See, look what happened. See what happened when I got out? It deselected them. And that's the issue I had every time. Let's edit sketch. I couldn't go back and reselect things if I missed something. And that's what was happening, is I would miss one little block or select the wrong block. It wouldn't work. And then I couldn't go back and fix it. Press pull. Let's pull this out. Okay. Hey, look, that's great. Let's get this stuff back somewhere here. Okay. So then the problem I had. So we know we missed all this. Maybe. So look, I went back to edit sketch, and I had to reselect everything. So this took hours to do. All right, once I finally got that done, I extruded it, and it works. And you should be able to scan this right from your computer, and that's how I was checking it. I would take my phone, put it up to it, and if it worked, then I knew that it was good. And I want to show you something else too. This is all individual bodies. And if we go over here, look, there's 20 bodies. Thought there was more than that, but so when you process this, it takes a long time. This is a pretty big file. So next what I did was I did print this, but it has to have a white background. I just tried to print it as it is, and with a brim, and I printed it in red, and it didn't work. So I need a backing. So what I did was I created what I call a base plate. Let's bring it up. So I created this. And for visual, I made this white, extruded it. It's just a box. What I ended up doing was I took the dimensions of the QR code, which is this right here. I drew a box with construction lines, offset this the distance that I thought was appropriate. I just did a lot of guessing here. Let's see if we can get a distance. Point a quarter of an inch. Okay, so I just offset a quarter inch. Added the text above the line and below the line, centered it, and then when I imported, actually joined, I brought the QR code in, and I hit join, and I don't know how it happened, but it went on here perfect, probably because they were all drawn on the same plane, and I used this as a reference, I'm guessing. Again, that's a guess. So that part actually was fairly easy. Now the next part is I have to print this, and in Cura, I found out that if I tell it to stop at a certain line or level, I can't resume it. So what I have to do is I have to print this in white, and then of course I have to print this in black. So I'm gonna have to watch the printer, and when I get to a point where I think we're done printing the white, then I need to manually change. I have to stop the print, pause the print, and change the filament by hand, which it's not a big deal, and then resume the print. And again, I have to watch it, which is kind of a hassle. All right, we're in Cura. You've seen me do this a million times. So 1 hour and 41 minutes. So I'm gonna have to sit here for an hour and 41 minutes and figure out when to do the filament change. But it looks good. We'll save it and off to the printer. When we get to 38%, we have to do a filament change, and we are there. So what we have to do is we have to hit pause, printer's going to pause here. It gave us a couple indications, and so now we have to manually change the filament. And this is always a little nerve-wracking because we can't mess with the head. So what we have to do is pull this back and wind the filament out. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now we have to put the new filament in, which is going to be black. Well, we have to make sure that doesn't happen. Who didn't see that coming? Yeah, don't move the print head, but drop the filament. Hit resume, and let's hope for the best. Ah, shit. I think I did a change too early. See, look. So I don't know what happened. I did a filament change before and it worked out perfect. Alright, so this is what we got. The first print, this was a 38%. At 38% of printing, I did a filament change and it worked out really well. Unfortunately, the QR code, the print is too thick and the phone will not recognize it.
I guess there's not enough contrast. So then what I decided to do was I decided to make the thickness, the total thickness, around 5 millimeter, and I didn't take into consideration that the whole percentage thing changed. So at 38%, the same as this one, I did a filament change, and this is what happened. So next, I kept it at 5% total, and this time I watched it, and when it got to 70%, I did a filament change. It's a lot better. Unfortunately, my Android will only read this periodically. The iPhone will read it every time. So the next print I'm going to do, it's going to be a total of 3 millimeter. All right, we finally got it to work. The last one, 80% filament change. It's 3 millimeters total. It's nice and thin. There's good contrast. It's working now. Thanks for watching.